Cool. So, this is the first time I've ever done this. So, sorry, you can see the lag time. It's not where it's supposed to be. Even though I built a really, really great computer, unfortunately, the motherboard I have utilized to the max. As you can see, Pac-Man chasing them to the max over there. Anyways, let me go ahead and go to my live chat board, just in case some people would pop in, because we are live. And this whole segment is literally for putting together the Dxracer KS06, which honestly for me I was able to pick up pretty easily. I was looking around and I saw it on Amazon and I was just like, hey, you know what? This could be a really great buy, and it's got the prime point, but you were paying the same price, but you didn't have really a lot of options. And I was like, you know what? Well, let me just go to the source. And I went to Dxracer.com, did some research, was able to find out the perfect chair for me. So I was able to watch a few different videos. Like, luckily, getting into YouTube, especially doing like live unboxings and watching all this cool stuff people talking about. It's like there is some stuff about the King series, but not too much. Especially not the Sentinel. Like, I was like very tempted about the Sentinel. The tank is ridiculous. That's not me. I'm like tall, and freaking a little big, but nothing like super crazy. But like this was the one that I came upon that was like the perfect one for me. It was, so if I ever like bulk up, I'm like Goku status, I can still be able to sit in this comfortably. It's perfect for a person that's 6'2", goes up to 6'6", so it's like, and it goes down to 5'9", which is like the shortest point where you can get into it. But what you really have like in this standpoint, or what you can really be able to offer, is like getting down to the point of having a medium range, and I am 6'3", and that's where it was like perfect. So for me, I couldn't have asked for anything better. So far this is really cool. Let me see if I can't turn this around a little bit. Almost like prop this out. It's almost unboxing like a Ferrari style seat race car. It's really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty exciting. Now I'm not gonna go for the instructions. We're gonna do all the whole assembly here. I put down my little tiny Swiss Army knife right over here. So let me go ahead and get this open real fast. So, and like the cool thing is, like I can't help but stress this enough. If you are popping in and you're wondering if the coupon, that is enlisted in the thumbnail doesn't work, well, there's a time limit for these things, guys. And if you have like Google or Safari or whatever search engine you have, just Google it. Promo code or whatever time it is, 2015, 16, 17, 18, and so on. It's really that easy. But we have here is like the armor plating for the bottom of the chair. It's so fucking exciting. It's like building like an artillery. I feel like there should be like montage music, but like I'm so scared of putting music in streams nowadays because you can't monetize it. You're just like, okay. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like, you have a total of 5, which isn't too bad. There's some clipping points here, each one matching that of the 5 or directly corresponding with there. So far we've acquired some junk and plastic. I'm going to go ahead and take this time and make sure that we keep tight. I don't really need to look at that. That's probably more like the cooler stuff. So let me go ahead and see if we can prop this up. Now, this thing is like 70 pounds. Like when they showed up at my door, they were looking at me and they were like, do we have to carry it up there? I was like, no, we're going to the other house right next door, which is great. They were very, very happy about that. So here, you can see, really comfy pillow. I like to think that I can bring this a little bit closer, and this camera could totally see what's going on here. So, as we unbox and unbag this shit, this is your lumbar support. Really great. I'm super stoked to actually have a really good support system on that one that's adjustable, because that's what kind of sold me a little bit on it. I like the look of the, I think it's the MX series that they have, where it's like the full portion of like the, but like that is, that is pretty comfy, I'm not gonna lie. It breathes really well too. And that was another reason why I kind of like this series as well, is because the material it's made out of wasn't ridiculous, because I think the Sentinel's made out of a more ridiculous material that unfortunately makes you heat up a lot. But I do not want this thing to come tumbling down. So let's take out styrofoam piece. What can I dig out right now? I feel like I'm going to shank myself. Or I can, you know, I'm going to keep these because I have a feeling I can reutilize a lot of this stuff. Now, from like what I watched in a lot of like unboxing videos, like it looks like they kind of changed the rearrangement of the way that they had these seats that come out. Alright, there we go. So it just kind of collapses out. I'm gonna take this opportunity. Put the seat right here. Oh, cool. Now I have a styrofoam bag. I thought that box was coming towards me for a second. I was like, you son of a bitch. Alright. I do like the big logo. That is really cool. We're gonna make trash look really badass today. It doesn't really happen that often unless it's like some Japanese game like Pokemon, where they make them, you know, a 3 evolutionized like fucking trash monster. There we go. Dxracer. Abominable trash mountain with instructions included if you want to go over there. But here's our base. Now I'm liking this. This is pretty light. Like, cause compared to the last one that I had gotten a Lazy Boy from Costco, and it was great. You know, like I really liked that chair for a second, and I thought it was gonna break in, and it didn't. And I was really disappointed because eventually I found out, as I watched videos about Dxracers and other gaming chairs that are styled like this for the 24-hour, I guess, 0G spinal support that a lot of people are looking for. And like that was like kind of fun thing to find out. Like I was super stoked to know. I was like, wait a minute. That's why I like driving in my car in contrast to sitting here. It's like, it's designed to be a 24-hour sitting thing. So it's like, you know, when you have like an actual office, you know, you're designed to be there from 9 to 5. So that's all that they really kind of think that you're going to be there for. They can damage your back past that. So I add to the glacier pile over there. Oh, and got another one. But, so yeah, you're really looking for a really comfy thing. You know, and that's what I found the compromise. I was like, you know, hey, I spent some money. Yeah, it was an expensive chair. And maybe if I don't like it, I can always try to go towards a different avenue. But this fits the length. I've never had a chair that would be the same exact height that I made. I was always trying to like mismatch it, like, you know, like a growing kid during, you know, like the puberty stage where they sprout up and they're just like, oh shit, you know, I don't know what to wear. Now here's a cool function. I definitely did like this. You can spin it so coolly and you can go in and outwards. Now, okay, that's not too bad. Now I'm trying to wonder, because you can move it like this. I wonder if you can move it easily. Yeah, you can. Once you get a better angle. Okay. I kind of like that a lot. So, I mean, pretty much your front buttons, your back to forth motion. And your bottom ones, your left to right mamba. Which is really going to be fun, especially when you kind of lean back. Because one of the cool things about having these chairs is that fact that you can lean back the complete way. And again, I can't help but stress, this shit looks really freaking badass. Even the plastic. Like, I feel bad for throwing all this garbage away. I feel like I could put it to use. That's why they made it so cool. Like, I can make a Dxracer recycler tote bag, because, you know, that's what Californians do nowadays. This bottom is really cool. Let me see if I can bring this up. You guys can see this. Probably hear my voice kind of cut off because I'm like more back. But that background, really fucking good. Damn it. It's really good. Like, that thing seems like it's just sturdy. And like, even like putting my knee on it, it's like, holy shit, this material is amazing. So we'll leave chair bottom right there. Let's see, what else is left? Casters. Oh, now is there's... Hold on real fast. Now it's the Dante Faraday Bobblehead Dharma Initiative Factory, conveniently located next to DRC. You know, the direct connection to relativity to the Dxracer. Enough hilarity aside. This is going to be my toolbox. I already sense it. It's like really heavy. It's got jingles to it. Okay. There's different casters? Maybe I should just stop getting excited and just kind of see what's up. Okay, so that's the telescoping part for the mechanism. These are for your adjustment keys. This is very long casters. Hydraulic pump. Your shielding for that. Well, these are important. The screws. Snapping. But we're adding to the trash pile. Cardboard town down there. Right, it's like a cardboard villa, I guess. Because it's cardboard villa, Dxracer mountain, and then, you know, the direct connection relativity path. You go to, you know, Faraday's Dharma Initiative Factory. Alright. So this is the pretty heavy part. This is going to be attaching to the bottom. This is going to let us do the cool shit. This is like literally kind of like the back of the mechanism, but also this thing's got a lot of weight to it, but it's meant to have a lot of weight. It's meant to be just ready to freaking like latch in. Now, one of the things that I kind of read, and I saw a lot on the forums that I was really, really enjoying the factor of, and I'm going to have to move aside this last point of adding to Cardboard Villa. Well, actually, that does look like a little house, too. Hold on real fast. This is pretty fucking hilarious. Like, in an unboxing thing, I'm making a diorama of an imaginary place where the manufacturing happens, or the engineering would have happened in Canada. Because apparently, a Canadian-based factory, I think, or at least they originally were Canadian-based before it was made in China. Because it does say made in China on the box. Ain't nothing against the Chinese. They make shit. They're in their industrial era, like we were during our 50s. You know, when we were fighting wars and winning them, and, you know, America. I don't know what else to say except for America. But, I mean, for most people watching in from Australia and everywhere else and around the world and the UK and freaking, you know, Switzerland and China and Japan and everywhere else. I mean, I can go on for days. You know, you're very much appreciated too, but just, you know, I am very proud from where I am. I like my country, even though our politics can suck sometimes. That's the one lovely thing about our country. You can love to hate it. So this one moves freely, and this is your. So try, if you do like lean into like a lot of ideas, this one's probably going to lock eventually, but this is going to be your main grabber. Because this is probably where the gear lock is, where it's going to hold it. So obviously go like this. Over tensionable times, you may end up, if it doesn't directly lock into place later on, which we'll find out. So yeah, I like this. And the very, very bottom directly gives us everything we need. So the back's right there. So this thing is going to go right there. Okay. And now the question is, which way does it go? Let's take a hypothetical guess. I'm thinking it's this way because it matches with this way out and the incrementable points of trying to move it. That thing's sturdy. Again, I mean, this looks like fucking Christmas Day on the bottom. These things feel like rubber band seat belts. I mean, literally, that's the only way I can describe them, as a rubber band seat belt. They're pretty fucking cool, though. I feel like I can hit a tune on it. Hold on. Yeah, see? It's like a B flat. anyways, enough musical chairs aside. I think this, I don't know, either way. Fuck. Okay. Well, I know what goes in this part, right? Logically, I understand that. And logically, this will pop onto this. How does this work onto this? All right. See if I can get these into place. Not too bad though. Maybe one is more oddly shaped than the other. All right, cool. So I'll get these into place now. Well, you know, I might as well sit on my back a little bit. Wow. I'm gonna say, for like unboxings and comfortability, my threshold just went up tenfold. Yes, I just KO-kenned my own self. Pretty enjoyable, I'd like to say. So, not too bad. I mean, we're about like 15 minutes into the build so far, and I'm enjoying it. For like first unboxings go, like I feel like this is pretty fucking fun. Hey. I'm going to try my trick like I did last time. Just change it around, fix it to the idle, bring it up, slam in the last two. Okay, cool. So there's a technique to it. Anyways, we'll stack the assembled and go to the next. Let's make it a race. Let's see how fast we can get to it. So do the same thing. It's more than likely it just breaks in some of them, and then the other idle ones just work. The other one is just a little bit more jammed. Yep, there we go. So basically, in a sense, you're using this time to kind of just really seat them, I guess, in a general standpoint. Because you're using one side and then you're moving it the other side, so it's like the idle bars are really starting to kind of groove their way into where they're supposed to be. Now this one's a little bit more difficult. So I mean, don't feel bad if you're on this. You're trying to, figure it out. There is some resistance. Okay. So this is the difficult one. Every so often, there's always one. You know what I mean? Like, I swear, it's like, during assembly, there's always one part I feel like it's not really meant to be, but somehow you make it meant to be. Like, where it, oh, see? Meant to be. Anyways, enough about talking about fate and destiny on a fucking unboxing. I'm not going to go into, like, spiritual standpoints. I mean, I can go into a meditative standpoint. But all hilarity aside, I feel like this one should go pretty easily. SP027, so it's a part number, which will probably listed inside the manual. So it's like, this main piece is your SP027. If you're seeing that and reading that in the manual like I didn't, and that's your point. Your arms are your SP0151, and your hydraulic pump is SP0311. I would presume that the bottom also has it, but careful, gravity will always fight you where you're going to put stuff. Anyways, so I don't think it's meant to be like that. I think these are meant for these sides. But let's go ahead and start fixing this to its last standpoint. This is kind of funny that they don't give you these kind of assembled. Like, I'm not going to say that's a con, because I like putting shit together. So, like, I do appreciate you, Dxracer. And if you ever want to sponsor me in the near future for any series, like your Sentinel or your King, I don't think I'd ever need a King, but if you want to give me a try at it, I'll unbox it for you guys and fucking put it out there. But that's kind of weird. This falls into place. This doesn't fall into place. So, but I like figuring shit out. and putting stuff together, like the mystery of. Just gently use the instructions the way they were meant to be. Alright, I don't think that's going to work unless I take off this part. Something's not jammed, but it's just not seating like the rest. The rest just kind of fell right back into place. I kind of feel like maybe let me put on the rest, and I'll worry about that last one after I put on these. Maybe this is the issue. Maybe they need... Yeah! So, make sure that they are seated properly in order to see that these have depressed out. So, it's more than likely what those are for is to make sure that people understand. It's like Dxracer put a test cap. Yeah, test cap on it to make sure that you actually pass. So, you know, someone walks by and like, oh, you don't have these out. Yeah, yeah, you don't know how to assemble that shit. On real fast. We can reverse that. This is fixable. Besides seeing the telescope, this is supposed to be here. Okay, so for the cradle point of I would presume the lean back function would be here, but that is one thing I'm probably going to look in the instructions. I mean, no shit aside. I don't want to put this shit in the wrong way, and then all of a sudden, like, it ends up being like poured over. I know my limitations. I mean, I know it goes that way, and I know I'm gonna bring these over and adjust the handlebars in a second, as I hit my knee bone funniness that resonates. So these casters exactly are how they were supposed to be. They sound pretty amazing. Supposed to be pretty quiet. They feel pretty amazing. Oh, I'm sorry, Tesla. Like I'm making you fall over there in your damn book. All right. Okay, I like these a lot because they roll on my floor that I put on their little, you know, computer floor ones, which is pretty amazing, pretty well. But the carpet, that's pretty sweet. I admit that's pretty sweet, if you ask me. So. Alright, so your lock, hydraulic. And this is what you need gloves for. You do something this interesting. Anyways, we're not going to put that on just yet, nor am I going to touch my clothing. I'm going to use this lovely plastic. Okay, what I need to figure out is exactly which way this is supposed to go on. Is it? Yeah, they're two different frequencies, two different harmonies. That's pretty cool. Alright, so you have an extra washer, extra bolt that I have over there. What I need to figure out, besides putting that on, I understand that it's going to hook onto that. There's two screws that are already fastened inside here, which is pretty cool. What I need to figure out is this. Okay, it's gonna go on the other way. You can definitely do it that way. I figured that much, but this kind of seemed like you can kind of click it on a different lever. You kind of know which one it is. You can tell someone is facing the back way versus facing the forward way. You know, people that don't understand. So it definitely came with everything, and you know, told me what was needed to fasten that one. That's kind of cool. So it's like a dual fasten. for the lumbar and head support. Okay, so it's exactly... Fuck, I should have just followed my intuition. I should have betted. I would have been right. I've been totally right, but that's not what I'm going to do real fast. What I want to do is what I know I'm going to need to do anyways. Because this is made for someone that's a lot more huskier than me, necessarily. So I am going to immediately loosen these and take advantage of the adjust bars. Because that's what they're there for. You know, it's like you have that intuition that you know that you're going to not need that much room. You know, like you can really tighten it up a little bit. Now, if you want to breathe and lay back or like have a honey, because if this thing is geared for I think it was like 300 pounds or it's something ridiculous. Like I come nowhere close to it. I'm like 180. Surprising 6'2", 180. Military standards. Like I need to bulk up. Alright, so I'm not going to tighten it all the way. That seems good enough. That way it's kind of just perky for your elbows to rest on. Take advantage of that layback thing in. As much as I like to say I'd have a honey on this, but I don't try to mix business and pleasure. It's something I don't invite, but when it comes to knocking, depends on who answers the door. I feel like that's a real answer. But, alright. Almost there. And then we will unfasten the other ones and we will put in the correct way. Which is making sure it's facing towards the back. I made more sense with it like that. It just made sense. So, alright. So, threading isn't too bad and isn't too long. Just be careful you don't lose them. I almost lost. It seems like these things goes not too deep, but nothing's too sharp either. So, if you lost it, wouldn't be too bad, but you could fish it in between the cushion and then, just be careful is all I'm getting at. You don't want to make a nightmare. If there's something supposed to be so cool and sweet. Yeah. The German community out there. Because I do see you, Germany. I see you. I see a lot of you out there, actually. New Zealand. That was really surprising. Like the sprout in, I guess, the community there, which was pretty cool. There's people everywhere. There's Norway, France, Turkey. Yeah, for all you people in Turkey, what's up? How are you? Or I don't know how to say how are you in Turkey. Alright. So just make sure if they do get separated, you're gonna have your lock washer and then your normal washer. So let's go ahead and get this puppy into place. Align it right there. Oh, okay. So there is a limitation on adjustments. So first things first, I'm going to take advantage of this leverage. Put this in right. And then we will loosen this just about a quarter turn. But almost a half turn. More like a half turn. That will probably help out a lot. Depends on how tight I got those. I might need to go another quarter turn after my half turn. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. It sucks. Break shit a lot. Yeah, and my intuition was correct. And just for, I don't want to come back here. I'm just going to do another half turn. Okay, now that's interesting. I feel like something like metal shardish. So I mean, be careful. Sometimes, I mean, not all assembly is meant to be like this, but this is why I would like to say, you know, just like do everything finger tight, very slowly. I mean, that would have, yeah, that's still wool slice into me. And you don't want anything inside of your freaking skin like metal. It's like poison. Just think of like X-Men and Wolverine and Adamantium. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make sure you be careful. Mark this one. There we go. Just a slight little mark, nothing too crazy. Come on. There we go. And double check the picture. I get 100% before I start tightening this because I do not want to come back to this, and I am 100% correct. Because that was my first intuition, but, you know, my grandfather always told me a long time ago that my father taught me. Just, you know, double check. Do the job right the first time. Yeah. Good bosses have always told me, you know, it's like you don't have to do a whole bunch of shit really fast. You just gotta do a whole bunch of shit and just never stop doing that. And, you know, utilize your energy wisely. So it's pretty much where I've gotten. Not too bad for a 30-minute build so far, and my chair's already done. And from what most people said, I mean, that's pretty much where they leave it with, you know, this kind of like chair. Like, there's not going to be really complexity. In fact, actually, I think I may have, in a hilarity of building my town and doing all this other stuff, may have tacked on a few more minutes. For most people, say the build only takes about 15-20 minutes. I mean, 30 minutes obviously is kind of a stretch, but I'm having fun with this. I don't really care too much. It's testing out like the 4K feed, and like, it looks pretty good so far. I mean, obviously for 4K, it is pretty chill. That bus will eventually get better. Now, before I tighten this, I should probably leave this just a little loose so I can bring everything in and adjust it and just kind of align it before going gung-ho. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So, I think this can come back a little more. Let me get a better open lean ratio. There we go. Just gotta give these ones the final tweaks where they're supposed to be. Now, be careful with that one. This is why an Allen wrench comes with two different sides. That would have been a little harder to escape stripping it if I didn't have this lovely edge. Because you see how many times it took me to rotate. Now this one's going to be a little more difficult, because obviously I'm going to take it out a few times because of the angle. But, you know, you get good at these things. Being mechanically inclined. So I took, like, mechanical engineering. It's fun. Taught me a lot of cool stuff. the last loose one. Luckily for you, I have a fucking 3.0 hub here with an independent host chip, 5 gigabits of up to 20 gigs, with 4 ports, convenience. Oh yeah, that's what I ordered, which will hopefully, from what I've been reading, clean up all that shit, because I never hit a bandwidth for a USB cap, and apparently that happens. And you know, my motherboard was only like $110, and this chip I'm ordering for the PCIe adaptation for 4 USBs is worth literally $80. So it's like 4 small chips combined into one, which is great. So it should work out really good for any future encumbered points. Now, I'm not trying to tighten them too much, because I know my own strength sometimes can be a little crazy. So I'm not trying to do that yet. I do have to admit, this back seat is really, really good. Nice. So everything's coming together here. I feel like that can come a little closer. Again, make sure you utilize the right waves. There we go. That's the fleshness I wanted to see. A little perfectionist, but I mean, when tuning this in and tuning it up, man, I really wish I could have got the red and black. I feel like that would have like really matched the car that I have. But at the same time, mine are jet black, exactly like this, and mine also might help with the chrono key not being too many different colors, where it's just like differentiating stuff. So, and it's not really a gloss; it's a matte, which is great. So it doesn't really reflect. Everything's pretty much there, and I have to get off my back, get ready to install the mechanism that will rule it all. Okay, I see your game. Those go on afterwards. I mean, these side ones off. They make it so contoured. It's so nice. You don't really have to worry about hitting this. I do like how this is a zipper back point. You can take it out just in case something happens. Because apparently the warranty on these are fucking amazing. So as long as you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be, you should be fine. Okay, now be careful with the top one. That is pretty, like, close. You don't want to guard this up and start tearing it or doing anything that would, like, potentially like, hurt it, you know? Alright. So let's go ahead and try to see if we can slide this into place. More like the first thing would be getting this one attached. And then we'll work on the other one, because this is going to be the one that's going to take most of the weight. So, see that idle? That's all you really got to do is just kind of like size it up. That is going to be a little difficult. Don't get me wrong. I've spent a lot of time trying to master how to figure these things out. And it takes patience. That is key one. Patience. Once you get that patience, eventually, you're good at it. Now, again, I'm putting a lot of the weight on my shoulder, utilizing that. So be careful with sliding it into place. And I don't really want to ding out this leather. A pleather, breathable material. There we go. Alright. Coming up on the 40-minute mark and we're almost done. Now I am just milli-inches away from garnishing a perfect good upholstery job. Just be wary. Cannot stress that enough. So that one's pretty much already set up. Let's go ahead and get these on the side real fast. So one is going to be a little bit longer than the other one. And that's going to be the one for the holds the majority. The bigger one that's stiff, that's the spine, that's going to be for the bigger one that's going to be on your right side. I just snaps right into place. Now, I mean, this chair is pretty hefty from what I keep hearing. Oh no, DMX Mountain. Because I'm going to stop, drop, close up shop, I guess. I can't even finish the rhyme. Damn you. Anyways, let's figure this out. Lumbar supports. Pillow support. Should be pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so the illustration is showing this thing somehow going around. Okay, I think it's take the edge of this, pull it through, lock it in the groove. Lock it in the groove. Okay, it's a lot of tension. Maybe pull from the sides. Oh, okay, I got it. Each corner gets a side. So that way it kind of grabs that. So I mean, you be careful, this kind of can pinch you pretty easily. There we go. At least I hope it is. Alright, cool, yeah, that's about right. I don't know, something about, like, that's the one thing I would like to say that's like kind of a weird complaint. I figured they would have came up with a little bit better of a system for hooking that into place. Okay, maybe it's because this needs to be over according to the diagram. Okay, yeah, that feels a little bit more comfy. Now, a lot of things I saw online that like people were kind of like hinting towards it was kind of weird was the way that they ran the system. Not through the top part, which isn't too bad, but the bottom part primarily, they were kind of worried it would wear fast, and I mean that kind of makes sense. Especially with these big portions going through. I wonder. Makes me wonder. But I don't know, a lot of this material is pretty good. So I'm not 100% worried. At the same time too, you do make the own tension. You don't need to have it too tight, I would presume. I'm just going to set mine just where it's like light, loose, and breathable. And then just feed that right through the other side of that tension. Now this one on the bottom definitely seems like it's not the same size it's supposed to be feeding through, so if you have some resistance, you may need to just kind of grab it and just pull it through. Okay, cool. This one through. Well, that is the truth of it. It seems like these vinyl things were just a little tiny bit deformed. Let's treat this like a nice pair of suspenders. Make the back of this look cool. Because I don't really like the aesthetic look of that. No offense, Dxracer. If you could ever make this with, I believe, the MX series that looks really badass. It looks so cool. I would be a really happy camper. Now, just for the sake of locking them into place, it might be easier, because eventually you're going to come down to that point where you bring the lens support up or down, so let's bring it into place and see how that fits. I may or may not need to adjust that some more. just like this feels like it needs to be adjusted a little more. It pops right into place, and that is the truth. Let's go ahead and get the other side too, just to make sure. Because maybe different movements, you know, different angles. We should check all the bolts. Because we would hate to get this tight and airborne, and there you are, grounded. So this one didn't work too bad. A little bit, not too much. This one mainly. But that could have been, I got too excited and I thought I adjusted this. Let's check two of them just to make sure. One from each side. That's good. This chair does look epically large. Oh, no, that one needed a little bit. So it might be worth your interest just to go through them all. Just to make sure, because I mean, this is a big boy. That one needed a tiny bit. That one not too bad. And the arms are perfectly fine, I guess. Okay. Let's get these into place. So shorter and bigger is the difference between what we put them on. That is really easy to get on and off. I gotta admit, for chair-wise, that was really awesome. It's made it very painless, except for this side. Alright, cool. Everything's tuned up. Everything's where it should be. Not taking the lumbar support, but I need to adjust it. Maybe I might do without it. A lot of people, I heard, deal without it. It's kind of interesting. Let's get to a comfortable, there we go, comfortable level. Okay, so that's pretty cool right there. I definitely like how, like, when I sit down to this for 6'2" literally is comfortably sitting down, is like the lowest setting. So, you know, it's like I can kind of raise it if I want to, but this is pretty comfy. I aligned my freaking holsters pretty good, I like to say. Yeah, that's going to be really fun. Kind of turn in, play games like this, get stoked. I might take the lumbar off, but lay them back, that's pretty sweet, yeah. That's pretty sweet, yeah. Not gonna lie. Let's roll onto some carpet real fast. Toss that over. Dharmaville still stands. Now, I'm trying to remember, there's like a certain spot that this guy talked about in a video. It was like 0G'd. Oh dear gosh, that feels fucking amazing. Lower that even some more. Let's get comfy. bring it up, bring it all the way back. Your back kind of gets tweaked. Not supposed to be like that. Not supposed to be like that. There we go. That kind of hurts though. I don't think it's supposed to be like that either. And that's just like a butt shit at that point in time. But maybe that's what it's meant to be. So you kind of sink into it. I think it's meant to be more on the bottom. For me, that kind of like seats. I can kind of sit up a little bit sturdy if I want to. Kind of lean back if I want to. This is pretty fucking sweet. So let's go ahead and test this out. What I've been waiting for. I think that's the 0G position that they talked about. So. Get really close. That's not going to work. Alright. I think this might work really well. This might work really well. Bring this up just a tiny bit. I sink into that. I just like sleep here. It's like pretty comfy. And I bring it back a little bit and just take the load off. Wow, I could play a game like this too. I feel like I should have like this be like for joy control, be like Star Wars or some shit like that. Virtual reality, so you feel like you're in actually like a high wing, you're like flying, you're like Oh man. Okay, so you gotta get off of it in order for it to lock into place. And you do have to move the pillow when you lean down. But same thing with your lumbar support if you want to go for it. So let's go ahead and try it without the lumbar support. I can kind of get my... Which I should have done in the beginning first. I do like it though. I may keep it depending on how this feels after I change this. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of see why people said that you don't even really need it. You know, it's already kind of designed. I'd probably sit like this. Oh. Feels really good. But... Oh, that's cool. Hold on. This. Of course, I can move my pillow up if need be. Kind of a plus. Oh, this feels really good. Now for me, this is definitely a captain's chair. I can dangle my feet off.
if I dare. And I do it live on the air. But do not fear. I shall share this without giving out a piece of my hair. Anyways, enough rhymes. I've done enough of that. I definitely just see how people say that like these are just hard plastic, but it's nice hard plastic. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I need to adjust these out just a little bit, because where I'm at right here. Get this right here. Well, I don't know. Actually, now that I've put that, it just contour my elbows really well. And I can't do this. I feel like a T-Rex. I'm like, rah! Angry T-Rex. My shoulders. Unless maybe I sink in, and that's really like the lumbar support's needed. All in all, though, I'm very happy with this chair. I definitely see what people say. You can definitely scoot up there, but for me, I want to say this was designed for a person that was 6'2". So I'm gonna go ahead and reinstall it. I like this lumbar support. It feels so good. I also want to install it upside down so you can kind of bring it up if you needed to. Extra pillow. Not designed like that. Oh, I installed that reverse. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's really for me right there. If I can bring it up. I don't really like the sound of that though. Oh, dear gosh. That's the spot right here. For me. I think I'm gonna start gaming like this. This is like so convenient. Alright, well, before I fall asleep on this chair, and now that I've kind of tested it out, so you gotta bring it up, go like this, snap back, and you're able to, kind of just chill here and do your own, enterpriseable point. But if you need to, you can kind of adjust it from there. Every single time you kind of go into a new flavor, you can kind of bring it up. I feel like if you're doing a full front, that lumbar support of scooting in might help out a lot. And then bringing this up, kind of cradle, and you're ready to go. Fire team, go. Bring this up like this. Yeah, I mean, there's like so many combinations you can do. But yeah, definitely, guys and gals, I appreciate everything. And definitely stay tuned. If you have any questions, comment, like, subscribe. If you have any issues with the coupon code, just, do remember that these things have a time limit. So, try to just Google search everything. It'll be kind of cool. But anyways, I just want to say thanks again for sticking tuned and, everything and watching and all this fun shit. And we've had definitely a fun time here at the M7 channel unboxing this Dxracer KS06. King Series chair, and you'll be seeing me into it a hell of a lot more. I think helps my back and just is suited for me. Anyways, I'll see you guys and gals later. Bye.